I'm Taylor.
And I'm Rachel, and welcome to our second show of From the Middle.
This week, we're falling into fall.
Taylor, it's really getting chilly outside.
Yeah, and the leaves are starting to change colors, and they're starting to fall off the trees where they're falling to their death and where...
Taylor, snap out of it.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, here's Ashley and Haley with the 5th grade news.
Who is Paul Bunyan? What's with the blue ox? I'm Haley, and I'll tell you all about him. Tall Tales. In reading, the 5th grade is learning about tall tales. We know that a tall tale must have lots and lots of exaggeration. We also know that they must have a superhuman character who must solve the problem of the story in an amusing way. They can also be based on real life. For instance, Davy Crockett did not perform all the amazing feats you hear of, but he was a real person. Tall tales are fun, and they keep getting taller. Now here's Ashley with more 5th grade news.
Do you know what a recorder is? Just asking. Well, I'm going to tell you about them. There's a short story behind recorders. All we know is that it was invented by a man long ago. He was walking and he came across a hollow stick. He blew into it, and what a surprise, it actually sounded good. Anyway, in music, we take time in each session to practice our recorders. The song we're practicing is called Bagasaurus. I personally think we are sounding pretty good, and we're only using 3 notes, B, A, and G. We only have a couple of weeks until our concert, and as you can see, we're sounding pretty good. Or not. Wish us luck. This has been Ashley with Recorders. Now back to Taylor and Rachel.
Tall tales, huh? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, go Tall Tales!
Taylor, what have you eaten today?
Geez, Rachel, do I have to answer?
No, let's just turn it over to the 6th graders sharing their adventures on a nice fall day.
Hi, I'm Alexis. On October 2nd, the 6th graders went to the Iowa State Capitol in Des Moines and Living History Farms in Clive. The town of Living History Farms was called Walnut Hill. It was based on a town in the time of 1875. First, we went to the different shops in the town. Some of the shops were the general and drug stores, blacksmiths and newspaper shops, and the implement store. Then we traveled around to the different time period farms. We went to the 1700 Iowa Indian Farm, the 1850 Pioneer Farm, and the 1900 Modern Farm. At the sites, we learned who or what the energy to run the farm was dependent on. All the 6th graders really enjoyed the trip. I sure hope to go back. Now here is Noah with information on the Capitol.
Hi, I'm Noah, and as a part of our study of Iowa's history, we had a marvelous time at the Iowa Capitol building. We went there to learn more facts about Iowa. We did learn the important date, December 28, 1846, when Iowa became a state. Also, we learned and looked around the offices, courts, and the 2 houses of Congress. In the House of Representatives, some classes got to meet McKinley Bailey, the representative from Webster City. Even though I was too frightened to go up the dome, the others were having a blast. Our recent field trips were possible because of the money received from the magazine sales. Thank you to all who contributed to our fundraiser. We had some great adventures and discoveries. Now back to Rachel and Taylor.
Thanks for inviting us. Maybe I wanted to go.
We did, in 6th grade.
Oh, yeah!
Now here's Taylor, Alex, and Jake with the 7th grade news.
Hi, this is Jake. I'm going to talk to you about the homecoming parade on September 26th. Representing the middle school on the parade were the 7th and 8th grade bands and the football team. The football team followed closely behind the band while shouting out cheers and marching in the parade. Their main cheer was, "We are the Mighty Lynx." It was a competition between the band and the football team to see who could shout or play louder. Everyone at the parade surely had a lot of fun. It was quite a short parade, but all the cheering and music playing made up for it. 2 of the songs the 7th grade bands played were Smoke on the Water and Yellow Submarine. Between the songs, they also played Let's Go Band. Instead of shouting Let's Go Band at the end of the song, they shouted Let's Go Lynx. And it was a great parade and a big victory at the game. Now here's Taylor and Alex with more 7th grade news.
Hey WCMS, this is Taylor and my good friend Alex. Today we will be talking about the tension in the 7th grade hallway. Each science class is making folders for the cell unit they are studying. Alex, would you like to tell them more about this fantastic topic?
Well, each year the classes have a competition to see which one can produce the most fabulous cell folders. Each year, Mr. Monk's class has kicked some rumpa. Of course, we're going to have to show you some very magnificent examples, just like these ones.
Those are pretty extraordinary, Alex. Now here's Rachel and Taylor with more middle school news.
I smell a victory for Mr. Monk's class.
Those were some cool floats.
Heck yeah, they must have worked hard.
I love doing cell folders and learning about cells.
Attack of the cells! They're everywhere! I'm gonna go find a pile of leaves to hide in.
We'll show you the 8th grade as we try to get Taylor calmed down.
Oh my gosh! Wells Fargo bought Wachovia this morning! And my stocks are up! Hola WCMS, it's Carrie reporting from Project Business. Our current topic is consumers, also known as everyone on the face of the planet. Anyone who buys and uses a product is considered a consumer. We're also covering what a consumer vote is. Keep in mind for 8th grade, everyone, that a consumer vote is done in the free market, and you vote every time you buy something. We're going over consumer changes too. Back in our great-grandparents' day, they were much more independent and made most of their necessities, whereas today we hop in our cars and head to the store. Another thing in the massive subjects we're covering is income effects. My fellow classmates and I have found that many with lower yearly incomes spend the majority of their salary on necessities such as food, housing, and clothes, but people with higher salaries spend more on extras like cars, pools, and other fun stuff like vacations. By far, our biggest subject is our economy's current state. We learned about the New York and American stock exchanges, along with NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and S&P 500. We've compared the Great Depression to current day, and we took a quiz to determine our financial management skills. Geez, so much information in so little time. Now to Corey with more news.
Hi, this is Corey, here to give you a from-the-middle report on 8th grade English. We have been learning about figurative language for the past few weeks. We have also made flip books about all the language terms, such as alliteration, assonance, consonants, onomatopoeia, and extended metaphors. Crazy Corey creeps across the creaking bridge to the king's castle is an example of alliteration. Consonance is repeating consonant sounds in words such as Corey reads about arachnids. Assonance is similar but with vowel sounds. Corey orders orange chlorine has a repeating or sound. Ka-ching, pop, swish, clang, bang, onomatopoeia are words that express sounds. When something is compared throughout several lines without using like or as, that is an extended metaphor. We have just recently started studying inference, which is making an educated guess with text clues and background knowledge. So now that you know all about figurative language, try surprising your teachers and having some fun with it. Now, I'm going to throw you back to Taylor and Rachel.
Are you calm again?
Since when have I been calm?
Good point. Hey, Taylor, are you in Project Business?
Yep, sure am. It really helps me understand what's going on in the economy.
I bet. You can catch us on the local Channel 18 on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m.
There's also multimedia.webster-city.k12.ia.us. And now you can search From the Middle at www.schooltube.com.
You can also find our shows at Apple iTunes Music Store. Go to podcast and search From the Middle. You can even rate our shows and write reviews.
Prepare your warm clothes. We're falling into fall fast. See ya from the middle.